now it is time to face the music. Yes! Whoa, that was huge. I love those big secondaries, it's so freaking sick. Oh, it's something got hit back there. Nice. The ocean is on fire here, look at that. Who got hit? Hey everyone, it's Ryan1940 here. Today we're taking a look at action in the Taiwan Strait. This is mission number 2 of the awesome Pacific Strike campaign using the task force mode. We have been tasked to stop an amphibious assault on this island here. We need to identify the amphibious forces from the PLAN and sink some of their transport ships. Once we do that, we sink their escorts and then we can retreat to the north. So we've got... let's take a look here. We've got Dark Star to help us out, make sure the radar's going. That's good. Got a couple fighters here. Let's make sure they've got their radars on as well. Alright, I think I want to get those guys ahead of us. At 37,000 feet, going that cruise, that's fine. And we will put out our towed sonar. So our formation, actually, if you recall from the previous video, we have 3 towed array ships. And the main reason I wanted multiple towed arrays was to... Let's go above the layer. We'll go above the layer so that way we can hear things. Actually, we should use at least one under the layer just in case. We'll use this guy. Alright, the layer depth around here is 380 feet. So yeah, I've got multiple towed sonar ships. The main reason for that is I wanted to use them for surface warfare and for ASW, and I really wanted at least 2. So the way I picture it is, if I want 2, then I need to imagine that I'm going to lose one, so I want actually 3. So we got some wiggle room. Just having one towed array ship I don't think is sufficient for ASW in these scenarios, and certainly if you're going to use it for surface warfare, you want to be able to, if you spread out, have guys picking up things from long range. So the reason we want to do that is we want to pick up and classify contacts at range. And it looks like we've got unclassified contacts here. These guys are 900 feet going like 550, so I'm going to call them hostile. We're going to be under air attacks, so I'm going to want to get the formations of air radars on, especially this guy, air search radar. Let's do it for the whole formation. Control Shift A. There we go. And then Control Shift S. And then weapons free for all these guys. What that does is it will allow them to attack the aircraft before they drop their bombs. If you have them on weapons tight, I always say this, they will drop their bombs, and then that's when your guys will actually shoot at them. And by then, obviously, it's a little too late. So, I think our plan here is we'll deal with the air threat. We've got the F-15s coming in. Hopefully they can get there. But probably not. But that's alright. They'll at least stay ahead in case more air threats come up. I'm imagining... these guys are probably hostile, yeah, 37 knots, and they're together, I think, yeah. So we can call these guys hostile. These guys are suspect. They are going together at 17 or 18 knots. Still plausible that they could be a bunch of fishing boats together, but the fact that they're pointed right at the island that we need to defend makes me think that they're probably hostile. But we'll leave it off for now. I am going to want the sonars to actually figure out who these guys are around here. These are all plausible merchant speeds. I forgot we can just hit tab and do that. That is so nice. We got another hostile aircraft potentially. 6,000 feet, 446. Looks like they're climbing, so it could be an airliner. Alright, Preble is our air defense ship. And looks like she is getting ready. These guys are at 1,000 feet. Oh, it's so cool. The missiles are like ready on the launcher. So this is I think a Kunz class, and I'm hoping that after this mission we can get another air defense ship. That's so cool. Yeah, if we can get another air defense ship, because like I said, I'd like to have multiple ships for the warfare areas, and just having one air defense ship is not very good right now, at least since we're early on in the campaign. It's unlikely that this guy will get sunk. Alright, let's see how we do. Oh, it looks like they dropped something. Nice. Oh, those effects are so cool. I love how the planes now like kind of spin out and crash. It's so neat. That just looks so cool. What a show for this like civilian boat down here. Oh. Inbound group of PLIN warships to your southwest, 2 times Luda class destroyers. They have 6 HY-1 Alpha missiles at 43 nautical mile range. Prioritize the destruction of these ships before they enter missile range. Okay, good luck and good hunting. 43 nautical miles. So, to the southwest, that might be this guy. Yeah, these guys are working together. Unfortunately, we can't get them with a harpoon because there's a merchant right in between them. So let's draw out 43 nautical miles. Alright, we got another engagement. Just a lone jet, that should be easy. Oh, it got spoofed. Oh man. The jet is like zigzagging in and out. Come on, Preble, do your job. Oh, it's so cool seeing the multiple ships here engaging. Alright, we can track the ship over there, or the aircraft coming across. Oh, yes. Alright, we are not picking up that pilot. It is just too much of a hassle to do something like that. Oh, that's so cool. You see the flashes down there. That is really neat. God, look how good everything looks in this game. Just the way the water texture is and the lighting and the clouds is just awesome. Okay, let's get back to it. The next order of business, I guess. They said we need to kill these Luda class destroyers with their missiles posing a threat to us, but that is like really tricky because this merchant's right in between them. Alright, you know what we can do? Oh, we got another 6,000 feet, 446. That might be something that we want to go and get our fighter planes out to do. Let's do a follow the leader, I think. And we'll have him question. They are not responding, alright. So a couple looted class destroyers. You know, I kind of wanted to break off a ship to come down there and deal with that, like kind of come off at the angle, but if you look here, we got 4 harpoons, but really only 2 are loaded in the cells, then there's a reload time, and then you can launch the other 2, so salvoing 2, ooh, we got a missile launch, so that is a hostile plane. That must be some sort of bomber. But yeah, they have fired a missile at us. Let's take a look. Look at that. Couple of missiles inbound, alright. You know, I think we can try to engage with missiles. And then we can also do... He says 7025, so we'll do 7024 with his wingman. Very cool. I gotta say, the tooltips that they give you now look really nice, where they briefly tell you, you know, I think I saw it said look down mode over the water was like extra good, that kind of thing. Look at the way the water reflections are. Jeez, I just can't get over it. Alright, where are the target missiles? Oh, I see the streaks over there. Oh, there's a boat over there too. What is that? Can I use the binos? Oh! Emergency racket. Alright, we gotta stop this for a second. Who is saying that? Is it this guy's? Yeah, that is. Okay. Alright, so these guys will have to break off. Did we get it? Did we get it? Oh, so close. Oh, it was a good hit. Alright. So, this is saying emergency racket. I've seen people on Reddit think it says emergency bracket, but it's definitely not saying that. All that means is when you hear it, these guys are detecting an emitter that is dangerous to them. So you can think of it as like air defense radar is highlighting this aircraft, and that they're firing on it. And so it's really cool because that gives you something to listen to, so that you know, if you're like me and I was looking at something else, I heard emergency racket, I knew that, oh, I need to stop what I'm doing now and pay attention to this unit. So that is an excellent addition to the game. I really enjoy that. Oh, look at the clouds. What a freaking cool game. Where is that enemy missile? Oh, there, it's down there. Oh, it missed. Alright. Another, see, effectiveness, moderate. Let's see if they'll do a 7 mic. Ooh, right over a cargo ship, that's so cool. Definitely see the merchant just watching the show. Alright, this is going to get dangerous for these fighter planes, so we're just going to pull them off to the side here. Come on, get a hit, get a hit, get a hit. Yeah. Boom. Perfect. Oh, damn, they fired some Rim 7s. So, they do carry, what, 24, I think, but obviously you got the 8s in the launcher, and so it takes time to reload. So, don't want them shooting off missiles willy-nilly. Okay, we kind of need to go back. These guys were detecting an emitter from this clump of units, so we need to figure out who's hostile and then kill them if we can figure out who it is. So these guys are just basically going to be the bait, and then we'll figure out this engagement here. Look at that, picked up the Luda and sonar and can identify it. That is why you should use your towed arrays for surface warfare. We already knew it was the Luda, but it's always good to have the confirmation from your sensors telling you what that actually is. Alright, we know that these are hostile now. Who is this guy? We need to know what that guy is. Okay, that's him. So let's pull away. And we will, so these are medium missiles, or vessels, so we should probably use a good amount of missiles on them. That's tough, because we got those, and then we've got the Ludas we also need to contend with. We might get away with firing from here down this way. 54 miles. What is the cross distance here? Is that really like 3 miles? Oh, jeez. Although they're pretty far away from that. Oh, 17 miles. I don't know I don't quite know the window that radar turns on for the harpoons, so don't want to chance it and blow this guy up. Can blow these guys up though, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's do salvo 2, those guys. Salvo 2 for these guys. Hopefully if we, we'll try to come down at an angle. Oops. I'm hitting the caps lock. Come down at an angle, see if we can get a racket from this guy, but it might be kind of hard to tell, so actually we might need to, they're just going to be in line with each other, so it'll be kind of difficult. Unless I come up this way. Then maybe we can discern if that flashing red stuff is this way, or if it's a little bit to the left here. See if that works out. Such a cool missile. I was wondering if this thing is like the radar altimeter or something. Surprising how much details you can get on weapons in this game versus their size compared to the whole scale of the game with like all the warships and stuff. Alright, we want to knock those guys out. I really hope we can do a good job on this mission so we can get some extra points for survivors and then add that to our tally. We've already got 12 points for the task force builder that we're trying to save up for We'll get 10 more points from this mission, so we'll be at, what, 22. If we get survivors, I think if every 100 survivors you get 1 point. If we pick up a couple hundred survivors, we'll get 2 more points, so we'll be at, what, 24? We'll put us into cruiser territory. But I gotta say, I'm on the fence with getting a cruiser, because I kind of want to play through this just as like a ragtag destroyer squadron and not really use heavy cruisers, although I mean we probably will need to in some of the missions. Okay, that's definitely coming from this direction, so I'd say that's hostile. Yeah, that's clearly that vessel, so now we know. We can kind of have them sit off over here and just loiter. Verify there's no other air contacts coming inbound. Yep. Good. So we'll see how this salvo goes, and then hopefully... Oh, they're turning around now. Makes me think that they did something. Oh, they're probably reacting to these missiles. Yep. Ah, shot down. What are these vessels? Oh, no. Oh. I was worried there was going to go for the chaff, but it looks like it's going to hit. And then there's another vessel out there. Hopefully it'll get hit. Drop down, baby. Oh, hell yeah. Yes. Wow, look at that explosion. Jeez. And the chaff clouds, just gorgeous. Ah, so cool. Alright, this guy. Hopefully, same thing. Oh, he's firing missiles though. Here it goes, here it comes, here it comes. It's still going. Ooh, nice. Alright, so those guys are probably messed up, and I'm hoping that this guy doesn't go and find a merchant. Curious to see what he actually does. Let's see if we can fire off. Oh, we got noise. So this is the line of sound. So if you see this weird mini like oval, it's not really an oval. It's just telling you that bearing you've got noise. So that's good. That's being detected by our towed arrays. Let's figure out his depth. So he's probably... I wonder if... Ooh, is there no thermal layer around here, or are we just not detecting it because these are hostiles? Oh. Interesting. It's like 380 over here. And then 0 is the depth for the layer over here. Oh, weird. There's kind of a boundary right here where there's like no layer and there's a layer at 380, but that's obviously, it's beneath the surface, so, or the bottom, I should say. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay, yeah, we gotta figure out an attack here for this group, and then we're gonna go kill that submarine, because you know I don't like submarines. They must be eradicated. What do we want to use? Do I want to use my Charlies? I don't know if I want to use my Charlies. Probably... I can't... yeah, I think I can't even fire at this guy at this moment because, you know, you figure these missiles are coming this way, and that's maybe a similar type of vessel. And there's a merchant kind of in the corner there, really close by. Couple miles away, 4 miles away. He's closing the distance as the missile will be coming out, so probably gonna have to hold off on attacking that dude. This missile's just having a jolly good time. I wonder if it will be able to pick up these guys. These guys I'm suspecting now to be the transports, but we'll see. once these guys come up a little bit further north, kind of in this gap, then I would feel comfortable firing down at them. So we'll have to wait for that. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and figure out what's going on with this ship here. So I think this is a great opportunity to break off the Badger and then have them prosecute this contact. So we'll check their load out there. Okay, they've got an ASW helicopter ready. Oh, that reminds me what I want to do here for the Fife. Fife's got 2 helicopters. Well, both are loaded out for ASW. I want to cancel that, and we're going to do some LARPing with the second helicopter. So I'm going to probably try to, if we have aircraft up, have a ready search and rescue kind of air helicopters. So I think we'll send them to ferry so they have the extra tanks so they can fly out further, and they'll just be ready. They won't be up and running and stuff unless an actual friendly plane goes down. If a hostile plane goes down, I really don't care because it's just, oh, got some SAMs going after this thing. Interesting. Oh, they're just getting popped at. Oh, okay. That is the hostile, at least our hostile ships. Okay. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, but I was already leaning on that being a hostile group of ships. But yeah, so task force mode, it's cool because you get to pick a bunch of different ships, and I picked my ships in a way that I can use them to break off to do a little side quest here. So Badger is going to break off. I want them to come up to flank. We want to get sort of an angle on this contact. We'll slow down eventually. But also we want to 10-3 I think was the 53-65. Oh, this is difficult when the contact keeps moving around. I think that's that. So let's double check. Weapons, I think we can just do 53-65. Yeah, 10.3. Cool. I don't know for sure that this submarine carries the 53-65 because I don't know what this submarine is, but it's a high chance that submarine probably is able to carry it. So we're just gonna keep our mind out that this can potentially be dangerous to be in around here. So in fact, well, this might work out. We'll come south. All right, and let's speed this up a little bit. So Badger's coming up here. We're coming down south. There we go. You can see over time that we're getting actual getting that the range that down that line of bearing gets smaller and smaller as the TMA process is happening. The target motion analysis that your little virtual sailors are doing. So this is really neat because you know what? One of the major gripes I had with the game was that your task force had to be so slow to detect things. And I mean, we're picking up this guy from the Fife, and Fife is going pretty fast, going 20 knots. And I like that. I think that's pretty cool. One of the major things that you could do as a surface vessel is you can search and hunt at speed, so you can really keep these guys on their toes, whatever this thing is. And probably a diesel submarine would be my guess. Alright, so now I know that they're pretty far away, so I can actually maneuver the ship back this way. And over time, these guys are going to further up, and then we'll fire our harpoons down at them, get rid of them. And Badger is going to continue up that way. fact, you know what? We can probably launch the helicopter now. So let's get Fife, or Badger, sorry, down to 1/3. Actually, have them 2/3. That sounds good. Because if I look at this here, I can imagine that this is not... Yeah, even now it's getting shorter. Look at that. That submarine is within that spot, you know, with a 0.7 mile of uncertainty, nautical mile. So we're good. We can launch the aircraft. So Badger's going to launch their SH-2, who will go out and look at that. That's just incredibly tiny. This merchant is in such a shit spot. It's just ruining us, killing these guys. It's alright, we'll work around it. So these guys are coming up pretty close. I think we can use our... Yeah, this guy can fire off 8, so let's do we'll do single shots, but I'll just salvo fire them really quickly. So we'll do 2 each, I think. So 1, 2, 1, 2. I love these Kunz class for the Mark 141 launchers they've got, and they've got 2 of them, so they can fire off 8 harpoons versus the if you were to get the Adams class, you can only have 4 harpoons, I believe. So you're pretty limited in your harpoon capacity. All right, how are we looking? They are spinning up. Look at that! What a beautiful scene there. I was never got to see the Sea Sprite. I've always just worked with SH-60s, Bravos, and Foxtrots, and they all went away. Now they've got the MH-60s. I don't think they had them when I was in. But it was funny because the sonobuoys, you on the ship can control who gets to use them. So the air crew can either operate their sonobuoys, or we can like take them from them basically and use them on our ship. And I was before I was a sonar supervisor, or even when I was a sonar supervisor, I was always the SQQ-28 guy, which is the sonobuoy processing system that these ships and helicopters would have together. The Lamps Mark III, I think it was. This is Lamps Mark 1. And so I love doing the sonobuoys, but a lot of people were afraid of it because it was a pretty high intensity thing. You know, if you could imagine if you're sitting at like a towed array console, you're just you're just looking for stuff, and you can be the ship could be just cruising along with its tail out like this, and you might not have anything out there, but you're still kind of looking. But when you're doing sonobuoy operations, there's something out there because there's a reason that the helicopter got sent up. And they're usually putting the sonobuoys pretty close to where the stuff is at, so it's on you to figure out where the hell the thing is actually at, where those buoys were dropped. So there's a lot of pressure on you to do it, and it happens really quickly. Like if when you play this game, you see how often you'd have to spit out sonobuoys if the contact's like maneuvering and trying to get away from you, especially when they're going evasive. Whoa, what is going on? There's some explosions out there. Yeah, I see some flashes. Oh, that must be... Are we actually seeing the shots being fired at... Yeah, that's so cool. Oh man, the scale of this game is just so cool. So... we've got the 2 burning ships out there. That merchant that's blocking us from sinking this guy who's shooting at the harpoons right now. It's just so neat. Hopefully we can get through. But he's got... These ships got a couple... Oh, they're firing also. Oh. That's interesting. They got like a visual guard here. Wonder what this station's for. That's pretty cool. I can always respect ships with fly bridges. That's pretty neat. And I build ships sometimes in Naval Art, and they've just recently added some. Well, they've been starting to add some anti-submarine weapons. So they've added the RBUs, and because of sea power, it's killed me how they've put the RBUs in the game, because the RBUs in sea power, they fire off in that salvo, and then they kind of blanket around the target and they blow up. In the game in Naval Art, you can fire, I think, one at a time or something. It's kind of lame. Here we go. So there are a couple of these ships right now that are going to get hopefully destroyed. Oh, I sensed the pop-up. Yep, there goes the Sea Whiz. Oh, I hear explosions off screen. There it is. Good hit. Let's get one more. Get one more, come on. Yes. Ooh. They are burning. What about that other ship in the distance? Good hit. Two Chinese DDs burning. One sunk outright. These guys have not sunk yet, but they have taken 2 harpoons hit, and they're on fire, so that's great news. Okay, back to the sonobuoy stories. Yeah, so you can imagine right now, this is going to happen really fast, dropping these buoys, and then we already know what it is, so we really could just kill it. For LARP's sake, though, I'll definitely drop one sonobuoy. Oh, you know what? I think we're on like the edge of it being a little too shallow. What do we got here? So let's say that this is going to be shallow. Let's make sure their altitude is kind of low. Let's call it 100 feet. And above the layer. Alright, so we'll put that out in front of them. Not a mile or two. Yeah, so yeah, you drop the buoys, you gotta tune them up quickly, you gotta figure out where their contact is really quickly, and then before you know it, the thing is gone and it's time to drop another buoy, do it all over again, and you're just having to juggle all this stuff. And there's certain things you gotta see, to make and math, you have to do a lot of math and stuff. I'm sure nowadays it's just computers doing this all for you, but back in the day, you had to do a lot of calculations on things to figure things out. Alright, so we got the contact on our buoy. I'm assuming the buoy's got him. Oops, I always do that. I always hit unit reference. I want to hit information. Yep, buoy's got him. Good. So these guys know that they have the contact that we are wanting to kill. So let's do single shot. Hopefully just coming up astern from the guy, it's going to be an easy kill. One torpedo should definitely smoke that submarine. It's just a Chinese submarine. Good entry and then good run. Not hitting the bottom there, and it's going right towards the submarine. Ooh, right there. This is cool. Actually, I want to pause this. That's just a cool angle to see it just barely skirting the seaweed and then hopefully just getting destroyed here. Nice. Oh, yeah, I think I saw a change where in one of the hot patches right after that main big patch came out that people were complaining the subs would always go to the surface, and this time, I think they tweaked it so submarines wouldn't always do that, which is good. It's pretty cool to see. All right, cool. Assuming there's no survivors on the, let's fly towards the explosion point. Yep, there's no life rafts. We just got an oil slick, so these guys are going to go verify that their submarine was killed. And it was. Very cool. Look how good that oil slick looks, man. This game does it really well. Yeah, love it. Alright, I think that's good enough for us, so we can go ahead and send them back to base, RTB. Loot of 1. Still fighting your fires, alright. I guess we can chuck one more harpoon at it. Alright, we're starting to get classification that this is hostile from our sonar, so what is the range? That's pretty far. 22 miles, no way. Are we that close? What's going on here? Okay, no we're not. I was like, we cannot be that close there. 46 miles, alright. Okay, let's, we can delete this circle because it's no longer a threat to us. And we can also delete this guy's circle. Now, Badger, I think... I guess come down this way. Oh, we got some hostile missile boats out that way. Alright, I think Badger can go ahead and take care of that. Single shot 1 and 2. Sure, crossing the merchants right there, crossing their bow. I'd like them to also fire a harp. There we go. I was wondering why they weren't doing that. Okay, good. What do these guys have? Oops, no, don't do that, don't do that. What is there? $23 miles. Okay, so we're good. They have not gotten in range yet, and we're gonna kill them. Yeah, Badger will come up this way. I think we'll use Badger to probably clean up some of these ships down here. Oh, that guy's still being able to fire at our harpoon. I gotta tell you, this merchant that's sitting right there has been really troublesome for us. Wonder if that was by design from the mission designer. Yeah, these guys I'm calling hostile. We already know the other guy's hostile from our sonar. Granted, we saw them on when we were looking at the missile, but we like to LARP around here, so we waited till we actually got detection on our sensor to make the call that these are hostile. Easy Rider is on the way to be recovered. Badger's getting very close to that merchant. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. If you did this and you didn't tell the captain beforehand, oh man, it would be your ass. It's like, oh gosh. If he looked out of his stateroom porthole and he saw that there was a freaking merchant vessel like that close and he didn't know about it, OD would be in deep shite. Well, I guess you can argue we're at restricted maneuvering because we're doing flight quarters, but he probably wouldn't be happy that this worked out this close. Ships like to stay away from each other. It's so cool. You can see the explosions like so far away. I believe we just fired one harpoon just to finish this boat off. Let's see it go down. Where's that missile? Yeah, I see it arcing down and slam. There we go. Look at that. The sun is setting just like this ship is setting into the water. That's kind of lame. They sunk? They are sunk. Kind of want to see if we get the flare thing. That's really neat when the ships sink and they do that. What's super cool is the life rafts and stuff like slowly come out now. They don't all just pop off at the same time. So I gotta tell you, it would be a scary thing to have to go into the ocean. Like, imagine looking around you and the sun's just going down now and there is nobody else in sight. It's all just you. That's it. Yeah, I think this is the play right here. Just come down at this angle, clear this merchant, and then pop up some harpoons at this guy. It's so wild to me that they're doing like flight quarters right by this merchant. I don't think I've ever seen something like that in real life. I mean, because you wouldn't see ships like this close to each other unless it was like in a traffic separation scheme and you're coming in and out of a major lane or something. But usually you try to stay away from everybody and they try to stay away from you. Ships don't like to touch each other at sea. Very cool. Another successful mission for these guys. Great job sinking a fucking submarine. That is awesome. Alright, ooh, we missed the... Sorry about that. We missed one of the missile boats getting blown up to smithereens. Just on fire over there. We've got one more over here. It's absolutely clueless that they're about to get demolished. Boom. Some may argue that is overkill to waste a harpoon or two harpoons on two missile boats that were outbound and we weren't even in range, but I do it for the glory. Alright, next thing, let's see here. Yeah, we just got to get this guy's in range here. This will be perfect too. Once this dude is out of the way. In fact, just clearly identify yourself. Yep. Motor vessel core bank. Can you please come south, directly south? It would help us out and help you not get shot by a harpoon. No, they're not going to do it. All right. Oh. We'll have to come down this way. That'll put us in a perfect firing line for all these guys. Badger can probably... Oh, I was going to say, no, we used all our harpoons, damn it. Can they... Ooh, how are these guys doing? Not moving. They're still burning. Their bow's getting pretty low. And these guys have not been hit yet. Yeah. Alright, she should probably return to formation, I think. Yeah, there's really nothing gained by Badger being... say if we were to come up this way and come around here, it would... She doesn't have harpoons, so we'd have to get within gun range, and it's... we just don't really know the battle damage that was done to these things. We know some of them got pretty messed up, but we don't know if the systems are offline and they can't target Badger, so I don't want Badger to kind of be by herself. She is shot at. And, yeah, if we came up this way also, we'd then have to deconflict even more also, you know, aside from the merchant, but now have to worry about Badger being on the backside of if these harpoons miss or something or go crazy and, you know, potentially get hit by our harpoons. So smart thing, I think, is to send Badger back to the group, and we will pick it up when we are down here and it's time to fire on these guys. Alright, well, we were in the middle of moving down and these guys have fired some missiles at us. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Fortunately, you look at this, these guys are shooting right past that thing. We are perfectly in line with it too, that sucks. Oh, you know what? After we shoot those missiles, we're actually pretty close to these guys now. We can probably fire our SMs maybe at some of these guys. Good. Man, those Rim 7s, they do not mess around. They are fast. 1,400 knots, man, that is insane. Boom. I guess you do want speed when you're like super close to... Usually when they, with their 10 nautical mile range, like you want to close the distance and kill the missile quickly. Good. Okay, now Rebel can, let's see if we can use our Rim 67s against these guys. Ooh, I think we can. Can we? I'll target too far. How close do you have to get, buddy? How close do you gotta get? Come on. There we go. So, standard missile, perfect opportunity to fly over and not have to worry about hitting that merchant, because this is just gonna ride the beam to this frigate. And it's going so fast, it's gonna be hard for them to shoot this thing down. They are not gonna be able to do it. Good. That was a pretty devastating hit for them. Do one more, I think. Yeah, single shot. Alright, Fife. I want you to go flank, come down this way. Same thing with Nox, come up this way. Pretty lucky that they didn't use those missiles on Badger, because Badger's just got the Sea-Was there by herself. Wouldn't have been a good outcome there. Dude, these tracer effects are so good. Oh, cool. Let's see if we can hit one more of these guys. Is that too far? Yeah, a little out of range. Oh gosh. Alright, so they are going after Badger now. I spoke too soon. It's good. At least Badger now is closing, so she has fallen under the cover of Preble. Not today, buddy. Not today. Let's see. Yep. That's what we wanted. Good job, Preble. You saved Badger. Yeah, we'll have Fife and Knox come down this way to clear fire shots into these guys. And then obviously when everything's done, they can go ahead and pick up the survivors from those wrecks over there, and then we can have these vessels come this way and pick up all the survivors. We'll get our points. How are we doing? Alright, let's get one more missile over here. Oh, they are still firing, holy cow. You still alive? Come on. Trying to get some points, bro. Sink, please. Alright, good. Let's see if the other one is like one missile away as well. Yeah, they are. They're pretty beat up. This guy, though, he's barely sailing. He's quite out of range, I think, from our RIM 67 missile. Look at that. Yes. Good. Sweet. So now, purple can also come over here. This guy's cruising at 5 knots to his own demise. These guys are free to fire now. Yeah, so I fired one at this frigate because they're already damaged, so it's likely that, you know, any sort of defensive systems they have, weapons at least, will probably not be able to hit us. I say that now, and they just fired some SAMs. Holy cow. Oh, they are still alive. Okay, that's good. No, you went for the chaff, you idiot. Okay, and start pumping harpoons over here. LST, this is our main target right here. And make sure that these things go down. Okay, let's see if she's going to defend herself again. Where do those SAMs come from? Ah, oh, she went after that chaff again. Damn it. Well. Ooh, these guys. This one's actually going after the LST because that is a smaller target that we went after initially. Good, let's see what happens here. What a gauntlet, holy cow. We gotta watch to see if that guy gets hit. Oh yeah, looks like he's worried about something. Nice. And now. Perfect. That worked out really well. Was not expecting that. Makes up for this nonsense. Alright, I think harpoons, we're gonna have to fire 2 at this guy. Fife, go ahead and fire a single one. It'll probably go after that other, it'll go the LST behind it, but whatever, that's fine. Alright. Yep. Getting dazzled by the chaff. This guy is doing alright. That was the move. That was the move. Now it is time to face the music. Yes! Whoa, that was huge. I love those big secondaries. It's so freaking sick. Oh, and something got hit back there. Nice. The ocean is on fire here. Look at that. Who got hit? It is pretty dangerous, but we could probably work these guys up to go finish with guns. And I think these frigate and destroyer sailors would absolutely love to finish these enemies with guns. That would be like the dream order. Just get a call over the fleet tac phone from your flagship and saying, you know, close and engage with the enemy and defeat with guns. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. There we go. Yeah, these guys are going to be able to do it. I don't quite actually know what this is. It's not been identified. But that's fine. It's about to eat some 5-inch. Okay, and then Nox, you go after that. No, 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 no! Why did I do that? Ah, damn it. Please don't go after my destroyer. Please pass harmlessly over the shoulder. Yep, thank you very much. Don't tell the boss. Okay, do not right click. You have to click the guns first and then do it. Alright. Nationalist monitoring station passed information that the enemy forces have been destroyed. Enemy forces are marshalling for a second wave or are turning... Oh. Marshalling for a second wave or turning back. Okay, excellent performance by all hands. Retire at best speed to Okinawa to rearm and refuel. Let's continue playing. Although we know that this is really nothing. They're going to get smacked by that. These guys can go after and pick up everyone, so we'll just work our way north like that. Rebel. Actually, let's split it up, I guess, because we've got enough units we can do it this way. Go up there, we'll work together. And Fife, when she's done killing that, will head over there. Nox, you come down this way. Make sure everyone's going at flank to get this done as quickly as possible. Fife, continue. You know what, I think... There we go. We might have to help Fife, I think when they're going too fast, they have a harder time with the accuracy. Oh, she got her sonar going. Oh, it's... I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but it's freaking sick. Like, there's really faint muzzle flashes over here from the Fife. Oh, that's so cool. Just barely see her on the haze on the horizon there. You guys can get wrecked. I love like the gun damage in this game, or just overall the hit effects. You just see where all the rounds hit. It's so cool. Does not get old at all. It's just so cool watching the ship turn to Swiss cheese in front of you. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh, that was good. Very, very surprised. Didn't see that coming. Okay, now you may speed up, Fife. Okay. Well, this is going to be a rescue operation now with all our ships. We're not going to use helicopters because it just takes way too long and I have to keep repeating the orders, and then there's like there's the cooldown time and the servicing time and that stuff. I just avoid it. It's not worth it. By the time you're able to do multiple pickups, you probably can get your ships within range to pick these up in one fell swoop. So that's what we're going to do. We'll pick this up when that's all done. Alright, well, we spent a few minutes going after all the survivors here, and we didn't get these guys because they're really close to shore, and that's pretty dangerous for us, so we're going to stay away. I also collected the guys down here. So we are set to end the mission. Let's see how we did. Decisive victory, of course. We got 208 survivors. That's great. So we're 8 over getting the 2 points that we wanted. So we got that. Look at all the losses here. Not bad. Actually got my aircraft to stay alive now. I think that emergency racket thing that was added is just beautiful. My air crews thank the developers at Sea Power. My little virtual airmen are much safer now because they let me know when they're under attack if I'm doing something else. So that is awesome to hear. Yeah, it's kind of funny, that emergency racket thing, just like it's still a trigger in my brain because I used to hear that when we were in like team trainers and stuff. Certain things would happen that would trigger that, and then it's like, oh shit, stuff's going down. So when I hear it, it's funny because even in the game I'm just like, oh, I gotta stop what I'm doing right now. So that's perfect that that's added in the game. I love it. Okay, let's hit exits. Yes, we really want to exit. Ooh, the Order of the Cloud and Banner 6 rate. What is that? Oh, that's super neat. It is in the native language, so I'm guessing the Taiwan folks gave that to us as an award, so that's really cool. 23 kills so far. No losses. Now, I'm not, you know me, I'm not like a perfectionist where I want to do like a no-loss run because I really don't care about that stuff, so this will probably tick up over time. Yeah, when naval combat, like, you don't want to lose ships, but if it has to happen, it has to happen, and you're doing stuff sometimes to mitigate other losses, so that's how I play. I'm not a save scummer or nothing like that, or using F10 to heal my ships and stuff when it doesn't go my way, or restart the mission when I don't get the right RNG that I want. It's just not my style. Okay. Everyone's, I think they've got, yeah, they've all been bumped up to season, so that's pretty cool. 10 points. Got 2 points awarded. Yep, that's how we thought that was going to go down. Let's close this out. This is really cool. It's really neat that you kind of get the whole... all that is believable in this conflict, right? Like, it's really well written and put together. I love that. I think that's so cool. I don't think we got anything like that when this was on the Steam Workshop. Obviously, we didn't get... Ooh, this mission. Yes. So I've played the series of missions on the Steam Workshop when this Pacific Strike was out, and this was like my favorite mission because it's really ASW focused, but it's like an opposed straight transit against submarines, so that is freaking cool. So you can see that we don't have to really worry about the surface or air forces, but we do have to worry about submarines and potential for ground forces. I know some people struggled with this because the sonar changes, I think, made it more difficult for some when, as opposed to when they probably played it on the workshop. So I'm excited to play this because this is like my bread and butter, and obviously I wanted to enjoy it now with the sonar changes. I briefly played a little bit. When this first came out on like the Saturday, I played up to this mission. Just to test out the features and stuff, because like it's kind of crappy if you watch somebody playing the game and they don't know what they're clicking on and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to see how the task force stuff works. So eventually I stopped, but I did stop like partially in this mission. I already knew what the mission was going to entail because I've played it on the Steam Workshop, so it's not a big deal. But I'm excited to play the whole damn thing. And now we got an actual task force that I cared about. Before, when I was playtesting, I was just adding random shit. So this is where we get to enjoy the fruits of having 3 towed array ships. And actually, we can go to the task force builder. We have 24 points to spend. Holy cow, is that a Perry class? No, these are the short hulls. Boo! I heard in the new latest beta version that the Rents is in the game. And that I'm excited for. Actually, this is interesting. Let me take a look here at the rules. Oh, yeah, okay. I was wondering, I was like, why is it 14 points when it says 18 points here? If these were different prices, then I would have assumed that I'm actually playing on the beta on accident, because I've been told that they've changed how the points are allocated for these things now. So my complaint with the frigates was, or at least for the OHPs, was these guys are the same price, the short and long hull, and really the long hull has more capability because it has a towed array. So the short hull shouldn't be the same price as the long hull. Whether the long hull is made more expensive or the short hull is cheaper, I don't know. I don't know how the prices got adjusted. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I know there's a points penalty now because you do have the towed array, and they cost a certain amount of points, I guess, when you're looking at a unit. Anyways, what do we want? We can get a Belknap class, but really, if I was getting this guy, I would Rim 67 Bravo, 40 of them, and we got 8 Tomahawks, but I think we can get a destroyer with 8 Tomahawks, and really that's, if I keep to my idea of just playing through as a group of destroyers, I think that'd be fun. See if it's possible to go all the way through. Yeah, what are these guys? These are like these are the super long range ones, 90 nautical miles. Must be nice, but if we're gonna get a cruiser, I'm gonna wait for a long time before we do that. A lot of people wanted me to get a kid, and yeah. Let's take a look. No towed array, but 52 of those air defense missiles. Ooh, what is their late loadout? What is that? Let's see here, the Echo. Oh, same range. Oh, definitely wanted to either get another Kuntz class or to get a Kid class. There's just something about the Kuntz class that I like. It's just they look older in the way that they're built up. I don't know. I just really like it. But what are these guys? So let's take a look. I do like the range on these things. Ooh, they got SM2 ERs if you upgrade them. How the hell do I do that? Yeah, they also have 8 harpoons, which is what I like. These guys get the same type of harpoons, but I think both of these guys can get the Charlies if they get the upgrades. But these do carry helicopters, so... Yeah. Kind of hate to do it, but, I feel like it's going to be too easy if we get this. I mean, granted, these ships are still similar loadouts, but yeah, I guess we can go with this. It just seems like the easy pick, you know. I don't want to always do that. But yeah, I guess we'll add this to the task force. All right, so we'll confirm that. Yep. And yeah, we can't, I think after this mission, we won't be able to resupply and repair, so we'll have to be careful what we're expending. I guess Scott can be the, Scott be the flagship? Nah, leave Preble. Preble was the OG, so we'll do that. Okay, well, yeah. We're all set for the third mission, running the Palawan Passage. This is down this way. Go through here. I think Kota Kinabalu is somewhere around here. I visited there in a port visit. It was pretty awesome. This is the island of Borneo. Then you got Indonesia right here. This is the Strait of Malacca, which is very famous. And then you got Singapore over here. And then been down to Jakarta, which is what, somewhere, where the hell is it? Somewhere down here? Yeah, I remember we had to, that's actually where I went through my WOG day for the, you know, the crossing the line ceremony, the shellback ceremony for the Navy. You gotta cross the equator, and the equator is like somewhere around here, I think. Can't remember which one it is, but I think Singapore's like 1 degree north or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, I crossed it going from Singapore to Jakarta. Jakarta sucked as a port visit because we really weren't allowed out because at the time I think some hotel got blown up from terrorists, so against the Western hotel, so they were like, all right, you Westerners should probably lay low, and this probably isn't a good port visit for you guys to go wandering around. Okay, I'll shut up now. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!